Support for Studio One is provided by Ed Hill at HVAC Incorporated in Bristol. HVAC offers heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and solar energy services to commercial and industrial clients in the Tri-Cities and Asheville. HVACBristol.com. This session is for Saturday, May the 11th, 2019. I'm Dave Carter, your host. Mike Strickland, our studio engineer. And this session is with Cross Anchor Union, brand new band comprised of four legendary Tri-Cities area musicians, plus a guest that we've invited in today that I can't imagine the sound without him. Fellas, I'm voting on keeping the guy, if you can possibly, get him to sign.
Yeah, we like him pretty good.
We got Gary Schwenke on keys, guitar, and vocals, Nathan Emmert on guitar, Lance McLeod on bass, Ted Bradford II on percussion, and Mr. Chad Light from Folkso on pedal steel today. We will get into a little topical discussion on, the pertinent things, band names and gigs and all of that stuff. But right now, what do you think? Let's get some music on the air.
Sounds good.
What are we going to start it off with?
We're going to start with an original song called Head to the Heart. I've been to Nashville, Colorado, Arizona, and New Orleans. I swam the rivers and climbed the mountains and sailed the seas. In all my running round, one thing that I have found, it's a long way from the head to the heart. I try to leave you like a drug. I try to quit you and walk away. And in the next breath, I'll be begging you to stay. And though I try, the truth is that sometimes it's a long way from the head to the heart. What I say and what I do, it don't always come together the way I'd like them to. I dread the dark and I curse the light, fight the war that rages on inside. I know the truth, but I'd rather tote around this weight of lies. A broken heart, a worried mind, and bloodshot eyes. And time again, I'm a slave to my sin. It's a long way from the head to the heart. What I say, what I do, you don't always come together the way I'd like them to. I dread the dark and I curse the light, fight the war that rages on inside. I'm offered freedom, but I'd rather spend my life locked in a cage, trading grace and love for calamity and rage. And the harder that I fight, I believe that it just might be a long way from the head to the heart. Yeah, and you can call it hypocrisy, but it's a matter of unbelief. It's a long way from the head to the heart. Yes, it's a long way from the head to the heart. Yes, it's a long way from the head to the heart. The next song we're going to play for you, as I get my piece of paper here in my guitar, so if you hear a funky sound, that's what it is. So I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. But this next song we're going to play is a song called Take Me Home. It's a song that's kind of about traveling and going other places and living other places. I'm really a fan of this area and where I'm from. I'm from here, from Irwin, over in Irwin, Tennessee, and I've traveled all over the world to London and all over the U.S. and Mexico and all those places, and I've still yet to find somewhere that I love as much as this area. So this song is called Take Me Home. It's a hard place to beat, so I hope y'all enjoy it. You boys ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. My front door ain't as good as it used to be since I moved to New York City from my home in Tennessee. No more flowers in the springtime, the leaves are changing in the fall. Most days with all this concrete, I can't see the sun at all. Whoa, whoa, take me home. On the sidewalk, and they all just pass me by. And no friendly how you doings, they don't care if I live or die. There's a different way of thinking, and I'm still trying to grasp it all. And my ways to them seem funny, they're amused by the way I talk. Whoa, whoa, take me home. Nighttime in the city, that's the loneliest time of all. I just lay here counting the ceiling tiles and wishing that you'd call. God knows how much I miss you, and I want you by my side. And I'd come straight home tomorrow if it weren't for all my pride. Whoa, whoa, take me home. One, two, three, four.
You guys do good work. I don't care what Dave says about you. All right, we're going to play another song for you called Live Simply. All these songs are newer songs for the most part that we've been putting together here for a while. This is a fairly new one. I think I wrote sometime earlier this year. But it's just about, I have the tendency to overthink things and think through things way too much to the point where I make myself miserable sometimes. So it's
too?
Yeah, just a little bit here and there. So this song is called Live Simply, and it's just kind of about wanting to do or not doing the things that I want to do and vice versa. So anyway, you can take from it what you like. But this song's called Live Simply. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I wanna live simply. I wanna live well. I wanna go to heaven. Sure don't wanna go to hell. I try to stay faithful, walk in the truth. But you know, sometimes it's more than I can do. And sometimes I feel so lonely. I'm the only man alive. And sometimes I feel surrounded, like the world is caving in with me inside. Lay down these chains, shake off the burden, put down the weight. But shame just won't let me. Pride says I can't. Lies overtake me. They define who I am. Yeah, sometimes I feel so lonely. Like I'm the only man. Sometimes I feel I'm surrounded, like the world is caving in with me inside.
Sometimes I feel I'm surrounded, like the world is caving in with me inside, like the world is caving in with me inside.
Cross Anchor Union, live on this session in Studio One on WETS HD1 and 89.5 WETS FM. Man, those are some strong songs. And Gary, you are a real singer.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, you are bona fide.
Thank you.
Wow. Ted Bradford back there on drums. Let me ask you a couple of questions here. Kind of give me the genesis of how this band came together.
Long story short, we kind of started in, what did we figure, guys? It was 2014, I think, Chad and Gary.
Yeah, 2014
somewhere
or
in
15.
there, and we
Yeah.
were started an iteration. But earlier this year, Gary and Nathan had started talking, and we all obviously spent some time together on stage and off, and it just kind of came into fruition, I guess, January, February of this year. So it's still relatively new.
But the sound is unique to this group, is it not?
It's a hodgepodge of things that we love and things that we want to hear, and we're not able to do anywhere else. So we do it with Cross Anchor.
Where did the name come from,
That's a funny story.
Gary?
There is a sign on the way to somewhere in South Carolina. If you're heading towards, I guess, the beach or Charleston or down through there, there's two towns, actually. One's called Cross Anchor and one is called Union. And so on your way, there is one sign that combines them both. And some friends of mine that were in bands with me before, we were taking a road trip once, and we drove by there, and we said, man, that would be a good band name one day. And we just never used it. And so when this came about, I was like, I have the perfect name. And it's the only name that I feel like that I have come up with, or that we've, landed on, that I haven't hated in the next 2 weeks. And so
Band names are tricky.
they are, and I
Yes.
hate coming up with them. I'd rather take a
Yes.
beating. So
Well, I tell you, all of you guys just seem to me like you were born to this band. It's really crazy, because I know everybody here has been in, multiple other ensembles, and some are still in other bands.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing has just got a coalescence to it, a sweetness that is very encouraging, at least. You guys ought to be very proud of what we're hearing here today.
I love hearing that from
Thank you.
Well, anyway, let's take a little break. We got some show dates we want to share with you in just a moment or two, and more music from this great ensemble. We got Gary Swinky on keys, guitar, and vocals, Nathan Emmert on guitar, and Nathan, you're doing a heck of a job. I mean, sometimes I cannot tell the steel guitar and your electric guitar work. It seems like this just blends so perfectly. Lance McLeod on bass, Ted back there on percussion, and Chad Light, our pedal steel player today. So don't go away. We got more coming up right after this on this live session in Studio One.
Got to sit down, can't cry, oh Lord, I'm gonna die blue.
The Tim O'Brien Band joins us on the next mountain stage, along with the Pole Ramblin' Boys, the Allison Brown Band, the Honey Dewdrops, and Charles Wesley Godwin.
Hi folks, my name's Tim O'Brien. I hope you can join me this week in live performance on Mountain Stage.
Mountain Stage comes your way 6 p.m. Saturday evenings right here on listener-supported public radio WETS FM and HD1.
Hi, I'm Helen Forster, and this week we bring you a special E-Town on the road. With a long-awaited visit from musician Jason Isbell and his band, plus the very talented Amanda Shires, all taking place at the breathtaking Red Rocks Amphitheater. That's this week in E-Town.
Saturday afternoons at 2 on WETS FM and HD1.
Okay, tonight at the Carter Family Fold-Up in Hiltons, Virginia, Ralph Stanley II and the Clinch Mountain Boys. Museum opens at 6. Show starts at 7:30 up there in Hiltons. Coming up this Thursday, May the 16th at Wellington's at the Carnegie. Glenn Diamond on bass, Marissa Diamond on vocals and keyboard, and Sloan Hill on the trumpet. A lot of mellow classics. And that's free admission, starts at 8 p.m. Tonight at the Down Home, Billy Crawford Band. Tomorrow on Sunday at the Down Home, John Paul Keith. Looking around town for today, Saturday, May the 11th, Rockingham Road at Boones Creek Museum and Opry. Anthony Wayne Vibe Live at the Station, 19E, 9 p.m. tonight. And at Wild Wing Cafe, you got A Great Disaster. Tomorrow on Sunday, Bill and the Bells at Bonefire Smokehouse up in Abingdon. And let's see here, what else is going on? Oh, tonight at Capone's. Rainwolf with Wells and the Kindest People, 8 p.m. OT Sports and Social there on Roan Street in Johnson City. Rockin' Sock'em Dueling Pianos, 9 p.m. tonight. Willow Tree Coffee House and Music Room tonight. Terry Lewis and Sammy Gunn's Band, 8 p.m. Up in Johnson County, Heritage Hall Theater tonight. Up in Mountain City, the Cody Norris Show, 7 p.m. And Holston River Brewing Company tonight, 9 p.m. Wild Heart. Thursday Jams in Abingdon cranked up again for 2019. Next show is Thursday, May 16th with Town Mountain. And Music on the Square every Friday night in downtown Jonesboro. And the next one is May 17th, Old Town Dulcimer event. At the Paramount Theater in Bristol, Theater Bristol's production of Wizard of Oz, lots of familiar tunes in that show, June 21st through the 30th at the Paramount. And let's see, May 26th, Bristol Dance Academy presents Please Don't Stop the Music. May 30th, well, this sounds interesting, East Tennessee PBS presents Wrestle, free public screening. May 31st at the Paramount, John Snyder, special guest Caitlin Baker. And one more, we'll get in here, the Almond Betts Band, June the 25th. For complete listing, you can go to paramountbristol.org. And finally, the Crooked Road, Virginia's Heritage Music Trail, 5th Annual Mountains of Music Homecoming, June 7th through the 15th. Crooked Road concerts in 20 communities across Southwest Virginia, over 50 cultural events that showcase the vibrancy and appeal of all the communities of the region. And for more information and details about individual performances and venues and concerts, you can go to Mountains, that's MTNS, of music.com. The important thing, though, is to get out and support live music whenever and wherever you can. It's just better live. Thank you, boys, for the musical interlude. Cross Anchor Union is our live session today on Studio One, and let's just jump right back into some more tunes. What do you say? We're hearing all original music, described by the band as Americana-ish, with a smidge of indie for grins and giggles. Is that a direct quote, I think?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty accurate, I think.
I would suggest checking out the YouTube video. That it's a wonderful little piece of production that was filmed at Willow Tree some time ago, a month or so ago, I guess.
Yeah.
But it gives you an idea of what's going on with the group, just how handsome they are and presentable. Of course, they did put the steel player back in the corner.
That's right.
So he's
keep him hidden.
Out of trouble, Mr. Chad Light.
Yeah.
Cross Anchor Union, what are we going to hear now?
We're going to play a song called Jesus in Bob Dylan, parentheses, Do You Love Me? This song is a little different song than what we typically do, what I typically write. It's kind of funny the way it came about. It's kind of a long story, kind of funny story.
Are you the primary writer of all of these great songs?
Yes, sir.
Man, these are killer songs.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very, very thankful to get to do what I do as I drop my pick in the floor.
That's all right.
But very thankful to get to do what I do and get to play with these guys. These guys always make me feel like the least talented guy in the room. So
I mean, for a songwriter, having players like this support your songs, to give them wings,
Oh, yeah.
so to speak. It's got to
Absolutely.
be a one of those chill bump, giggling thrills.
Yeah, definitely. These songs are, you kind of tell people it's like this is how I always heard them in my head, but didn't have the talent or the words to say this. So that's the thing with these songs. I just come in and like, hey, here's what I've got. What are you guys feeling? How are you guys, how do you guys want to play this? So it's not like I come in and say, okay, this has to sound this way and this has to sound that way. And so it's been very cool. Like you were saying earlier, it's been very easy. And it's not something we've had to just, sit here and pour over and argue. It's just like, hey, you do your thing, I'll do mine, and we'll see what comes out at the end.
So lucky.
Yeah, these are some great dudes, and I'm thankful to have them here. So, but yeah, so we'll jump right in here and play a little song called Jesus and Bob Dylan. I am a simple man. I don't ask for much. A warm place to lay my head in a woman's touch. Before we get too far, there's some things I need to know. Do you love me? Do you love Jesus? And just importantly, do you love Bob Dylan? I'll do all that I can to make you feel my love. I give you the sun, the moon, and the stars above. But before we get too far, there's some things that I need to know. Do you love me? Do you love Jesus? And just as importantly, do you love Bob Dylan? Yeah, do you love me? Do you love Jesus? And just as important to me, do you love Bob Dylan? Do you love me? Do you love Jesus? And just as importantly, do you love Bob Dylan? Do you love
I was a little disappointed you didn't mention George Jones.
Yeah, you can kind of throw in whoever you like there. We've done that one live, and it's a lot of fun. We just kind of tell the audience to kind of sing along and add your favorite musician there as you please. So.
I love it. I love it. Cross Anchor Union on this live session in Studio One. Do another one.
Cool. We'll do a song called On the Run. This is a song that I actually had a little help from a few years ago from a good friend of mine, Seth Thomas, who's a great songwriter here in the area.
Indeed.
He and I were in a project together a few years ago and wrote a few songs kind of combined together, and so this is one of those that we put together. So it's called On the Run. You guys ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing we ain't ever seen. So grab your pictures and grab my rifle and anything you think we'll need. 'Cause there ain't nothing left to do here, nothing we ain't ever done. So grab your bags and grab my Bible. We'll be on the run, on the run. Chasing that setting sun. Don't turn around and don't look back, girl, 'cause what's done is done. On the run. Let them say what they will say. Just grab your car keys and my old guitar. We'll be on our way. 'Cause there ain't no songs left to sing now. They've all been sang and sung. So grab my hand and I'll grab yours, babe. We'll be on the run, on the run. Chasing that setting sun. Don't turn around and don't look back, girl, 'cause what's done is done. On the run.
Cross Anchor Union live on this session on Studio One on WETS HD1 and 89.5 WETS FM. Gary, Nathan, Lance, Ted, and special guest Chad Light. They've been a couple of dates in the last month or so. They played Northeast State on the 19th of last month in April for the Reese Shipley Memorial Concert. And you're related to Reese Shipley, aren't you, Ted?
Grandson.
You're his grandson.
I was here with him years ago.
Oh,
Here.
that's right.
With him.
That's right. So you're a Reese Shipley's grandson, and when he started Studio One back 25 years ago, Reese Shipley and Red Peterson, they were working a duo then, and I think they were probably one of the very first. They were either the first or the second show that we did right here in this room.
Back.
And golly, I remember that was such a hoot.
Oh, they could pick.
Oh, man. I remember I got Red to play Cannonball Rag at the very beginning. And then at the end, we needed a closer, and they couldn't figure out something to play. And I said, well, play Cannonball Rag. And Red said, we already played that. And your grandfather, he said, well, play it again. And Red goes, okay.
You know, I love that some of those guys. Mal Cooper's still out. I'm sure you've seen
Yes.
at the Willow Tree on Wednesday nights, and he opens sometimes. He sits in at Wellington's as well for jazz
Yes.
night on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those cats are still around.
Yeah.
Let me step up to the microphone there. Nathan Emmerich on lead guitar. Man, you're doing such a swell job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
And that's a sweet-looking Fender you have there, Telecaster.
Yeah.
And so what is other bands that you've been working in?
So probably prior to the time that Gary and I got together, I'd been doing like mainly session work.
Really?
Just kind of recording stuff, yeah, here and there.
For who and where?
Mainly a buddy of mine, Matt Chanley, who does the basement sessions
Mm-hmm.
and just various projects that we had. And some of them really kind of died on the vine, which was a bummer, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
But doing session work, you have to be fairly versatile in a lot of different styles and modems and
Yeah, it helps.
yeah.
And it was great because when Gary called me, I thought we were really just going to lay down a few things and that was going to be it. So he'd sent me these recordings and I was like, all right, I'll work them up and we'll go over there and we'll lay it down. And then we just kept playing. We just kept getting together every week. Like, let's do this again.
Yeah, it's like, I really like this. Let's do this again.
Yeah.
You're having fun then.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
having a
man. That's what
blast.
it's all about.
Isn't that the fact?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Lance McLeod on the big bass there. Boy, everybody's got Fenders, don't they?
It's hard to go wrong with a Fender.
Working on a sponsorship.
They're all the way around here. Fenders everywhere. I think, well, you got a Gibson acoustic, don't you?
Yeah, I got a Gibson hiding over here.
But Lance, do you still play with Jared at all?
No, I've not played with those guys in some time. You know, Jared and I played together for many years in several different bands.
Talking about Jared Bentley.
Jared Bentley, yeah. But I know those guys, Big Sun, are still doing their thing. Get out and
Good,
play.
good.
And but yeah, I played with Jared for years, off and on in different bands, and been here a few times actually with him.
Indeed, you have. You're a fixture in the music circles in this community. So is this band Cross Anchor Union now your mainmost
It is.
musical outlet?
It is. It absolutely is. And I joked that I'm going to have to hire somebody to write bass lines to keep up with the songs that Gary cranks out. It's a new one every day.
But isn't that the neat thing about playing in a band in a new setting is you're learning.
Oh, yeah.
You're adding to that toolbox all the time of new stuff, new licks, new ways of looking at music. Is that your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. And this especially, Gary sings in some keys that I wouldn't typically have played in the past. So that's helped my knowledge of the neck, which I'm not complaining. I could always use that. But, yeah, that's been one plus of the whole deal. Plus, he's a great songwriter, great singer.
Oh, man.
Songwriter.
The songs are just strong as all get out.
It's just been easy. We've all said the same thing to each other in conversation. It's just there not yet, knock on wood. There are just no speed bumps. The communication, the way that it comes together when we meet, we put it together. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time working on things. They just fall into place.
Doesn't seem to be an ego problem in this band.
Zero ego.
Yeah.
Zero ego.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate with that. We're all as easygoing, I think, as we can get, all of us, personally and musically. So it's just, and we were all of us were somewhat of friends beforehand. So it's not like, hey, we threw these bunch of dudes together that didn't know each other to put a band together. It was, most of us were friends first and knew each other well. And so we kind of knew what to expect. So
how did you talk Chad to coming in this afternoon? I mean, he's got a gig tonight with the Folk Soul Revival.
Well, Chad is a really good friend of mine. Chad and I played in bands together years ago. A few years ago, we were in bands together before he joined Folk Soul, and we just had a really cool friendship built out of that. And he always told me, like, hey, man, whenever you do anything, give me a call. I'd love to be a part of. And so I remember when we put this together, I told these guys, I feel kind of stupid calling Chad because, like, he just got off tour in Texas, and I'm like, hey, you want to come jam in my bedroom? And but Chad's great and very gracious, and he's a super help for us. So we love to have him, whenever he can. So he's always welcome.
Yeah, folk so's hot these days. They had
Yeah,
a
man.
charted just a few months ago, a
Yeah.
charted album on the top 50 Americana
Yeah.
that we played the dickens out of. And Chad, you got a show tonight. Where's that at?
I do. We're playing at Wolf Hills in Abingdon.
Wolf Hills Brewery.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and busy summer lined up with the guys.
Yeah, pretty busy. Our drummer, they are expecting their first baby next month, so it's slowing down a little bit next month.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, rightly so. Rightly so.
Yeah,
At
for
least,
sure.
at least while things get settled at home there, and everybody can go back out, hit the road with a clear mind, and not be worrying too much about what's going on back home. Well, listen. Let's play out. We got about 18 minutes of live performance radio to fill up. You got enough tunes?
Yeah, we can do that. You guys want to do Blue Skies now, or you want to come back to it? You want to do Blue Skies now? Then we'll do the last two piano tunes. That way I don't have to switch.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
that.
let's
It's
do
easier.
that. I think we got time for 3. We just won't.
Easily.
We won't pull a Grateful Dead and jam that last one out for 2 days. So, which we have the tendency to do. We're all big Grateful Dead fans here, so
Nothing wrong with that.
we have to fight the urge to not drag these out. You know, we got to keep an eye on the hippies when they start dancing. It's like, all right, that's good. Like, kill it. We're going to do one that we actually played the instrumental for back a minute ago, called Blue Skies. So this is an older song too, and I think Seth Thomas had a little something to do with this one as well. He and I wrote together a little bit here and there, and so he had a little part on this one, I believe, too. So this song is called Blue Skies. And Chad, we're doing this one in G. I know I've moved this one all over the place. He'll figure it out. The rain like a river falling down on me. The flood waters rising around my feet. The cold winds are howling at my door. The waves crashing down on my shore. But I got blue skies. I see sunlight in your eyes, and I've got your love to keep me warm. If I got you, babe, I can weather any storm. Cold winds are howling, and the sky turns gray. And I ain't seen the sunshine in 10 long days. I never seen a winter quite so cold. But there ain't nothing gonna cloud my soul, 'cause I got blue skies. Yeah, and I see sunlight in your eyes. Oh, and I've got your love, and it'll keep me warm. Oh, if I got you, babe, I can weather any storm. I got blue skies. Oh, and I see sunlight in your eyes. Yeah, and I've got your love. It'll keep me warm. Yeah, if I got you, babe, I can weather any storm.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. That works nicely.
Not too bad for not going over that one. So it's all good.
Well, just keep on keeping on.
That's right. We like to wing it sometimes. It makes me a little nervous, but we can pull it off.
I will say, though, that if you would like to get in touch with Cross Anchor Union or any of its membership, you could probably get access through Facebook.
Yeah, that's correct. We have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and Ted does a really great job managing all that, so big props to him for that. It's one less headache that I have to worry about. So Ted does a great job with that, and so he and we have all been really trying to push that heavy, because these days, I mean, social media presence is a huge thing, and so we really try to get out there and at least have information and some samples of things so people can check it out and see where we're at.
Well, I hope to see some more bookings for you here. And it's brand new, and I know you guys haven't been pushing it too hard. You've been concentrating on the music, the sound, and putting it all together and discovering, who you are, what you are. And but at some point, people are going to realize, man, we need to have these guys in.
Yeah, and we're working on some bookings for the summer. We've got one lined up July 19th at Founders Park. We're going to be doing the Founders After 5 there, July 19th. We're working on a show in Irwin, Tennessee in June, hopefully, and then we have another one there in August. They just revitalized one of the parks there downtown, and so they're going to do a show there in August. So we've got that coming up. And we're also in the studio right now, recording our first album. We're hoping to have that out sometime before the end of the year.
Excellent.
That's our hope. So, yeah, we're recording that with John Saylor over at Franklin Studios in Jonesboro. John Saylor's an incredible sound engineer, and so we're really pleased with the way that's all come together.
Cool.
Yeah. So, well, cool. Well, we'll play a couple more tunes for y'all. This next one is called Northern Lights. This song is about basically just living life. A lot of times we make excuses and we live through other people, especially in the days of social media and all the things we see on Instagram. And we see all these pictures of these places and all these images, and it's almost like we've been there kind of thing. So this song is kind of about actually just doing it instead of talking about it. So this song is called Northern Lights. I wanna see those northern lights, see 'em dance across the sky, watch the colors flash in your eyes. I wanna see those redwood trees standing on their majesty, hand in hand, just you and me. Ain't got no time for excuses, and no more room for regrets. Wish I could, wish I would, guess I should. Just one life, that's all we get. Tired of living vicariously. No desire, just apathy. What became of the child inside me? No more hiding just how I feel, 'cause love's the only thing that's real. Take some time and let's just be still. Ain't got no time for excuses, and no more room for regrets. I wish I could, wish I would, guess I should. Just one life, that's all we get.
Ain't got no time for excuses, and no more room for all those regrets. I wish I could, wish I would, guess I should. But just one life, that's all we get.
Cross Anchor Union live on Studio One. And man, I tell you, I am really, really digging this. And we got time for a couple of short ones. Anyway.
Okay. A couple short ones or one kind of long one?
Well, we could do one long one, sure.
All right.
See.
We'll do that one. This next one's maybe like a 6 or a 7 minute if we minuter.
Well,
is that a word, minuter?
Let me go ahead and acknowledge our underwriter then. And we can just sort of see if we can play it out.
Sounds great.
Support for Studio One is provided by Ed Hill at HVAC Incorporated in Bristol. HVAC offers heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and solar energy services to commercial and industrial clients in the Tri-Cities and Asheville. HVACbristol.com. We appreciate Ed Hill and his family, and we appreciate this wonderful quartet and special guest, Mr. Gary Schwenke on keys, guitar, and vocals. What a great singer you are. And
thank you, sir.
Man, these are strong songs. Nathan Emmert on guitar, Lance McLeod on bass, and Ted Bradford II on percussion, and our special guest on pedal steel, Chad Light. Thank you all, and I hope you get to come back real soon.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for having us here.
Thanks for having us, man.
It's an honor. Like I told these guys earlier, it's a dream of mine to get to play here, so super stoked to be here. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate y'all, and get out there and support live music, even if it's not us. So many great bands here. We saw Jake Quillen last night at Founders After 5, just incredible. So thank y'all for listening. Support live music. We love y'all. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Curse at the cold, and I long for warmer days, and days without snow, and the sun on my face. I curse at myself, things that I said, and I can't look behind me. Gotta press on ahead, and I can't go back. And even if I could, wouldn't change a thing, no. It all works out for good. Yeah, it made me stronger, and it made me believe in something far greater eyes could see. Got nothing to lose. I got nothing but time.
years of regret weigh heavy on my mind. What never was, and what might have been, and all of my failures, and all of my sins. And I can't go back, and even if I could, I wouldn't change a thing, no. It all works out for good. Yeah, it made me stronger. It made me believe in something far greater than my eyes could see. Yeah, I can't go back, no. And even if I could, I wouldn't change a thing, no. It all works out for good. Yeah, it made me stronger. It made me believe in something far greater than my eyes could see. I curse at the cold, and I long for warmer days, days without snow and the sun on